today. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on
the Raiders defense, ready to try and make amends for that opening week loss. Now a man in his second season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. He'll get it inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray now. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in Vegas. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the Vegas defense back onto the field. They'll look for the stop here in the first quarter of a tie ball game. They begin on the ground here with Conner. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now from Murray. Got a man. It's Brown. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. 7-7, our score after 1. Murray now on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Finds his running back, James Conner. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. Murray fighting, lost the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Defense ready to defend this next possession. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again. The drive will start with Conner, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Conner going to get it again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had
the Vegas defense back onto the field. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. They start with a give to Conner. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Murray now on 1st down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he's got Brown on the out route complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this 3rd quarter as this next drive gets underway. They start the drive with Connor. And he coughed it up. And he'll work it ahead to about the 28, gain of 3.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ertz certainly proved he's still got some juice left after midseason trade to Arizona. Immediately came in and produced with over 500 yards in 11 games, and he's being counted on as a key piece for the Cards moving forward, and he gets him a 1st down there.
1st down run for Connor, not going to get much, maybe a yard. 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The Vegas defense back onto the field. They've been the better of the two sides so far. They've got the 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they try to see this one through to the finish. 1st down, Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They had the pick 6 just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and... Murray trying again after the pick 6. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Quick slant to Brown. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They put in a very good shift so far. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Ertz over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing now is Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They'll be summoned one more time here in the final minute of this football game. Throwing after the interception, Murray. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second down at 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. To throw, it's Murray. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to
really going to have to work hard to get this one. Keep fighting.
today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Defense out there for this opening possession. They were winners last week, but were not at their best.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
How about the first night of the draft in 2022, round 1? The Tennessee Titans stunned all of us when they traded A.J. Brown to Philadelphia. And then moments later, drafted Treylon Burks out of Arkansas, a player who drew plenty of comparisons to Brown in the run-up to the NFL draft. Size, style, play speed, almost an exact clone. And now they're trying to use him the exact same way, and he produces a nice catch there.
On first down, it's Tannehill, and that's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On second down, here's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
The Vegas defense back onto the field. They'll look for the stop here in the first quarter of a tie ball game. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
The pickup there, 5 yards. They'll try the air now with Tannehill.
Check down, complete to Haskins.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Seven, our score after 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. Uses the stiff arm. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 1st down, Tannehill.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 4-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 2.
Again, Tannehill. Running the slant, that's Hooper. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Here's Tannehill. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. The Vegas defense back onto the field. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Tannehill on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. He's got it up to the 15. Showed off some fancy footwork there on the play. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Tannehill on target to Burks. First down, Tennessee.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill over the middle, complete. That's Phillips. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Tannehill. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Here's Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 23. 58 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down.
The Vegas defense back onto the field.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
But nothing doing there. They get to the 3, and that's all.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Henry up the middle. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
Now Tannehill. Got his man, it's Woods.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Tannehill to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Henry running right. Room here to run. A beautiful fake. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They keep it with Henry on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. A give to Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old
today. From Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders defense ready to go here in front of the home faithful. And one of the guys who will need to play well is this man in his 5th NFL season in the defensive backfield.
And what continues to jump his game up, his ability to have split vision, the ability to watch the receiver and also see the quarterback deliver the football. That allows him to make a lot more plays on balls in the air.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with the 29-year-old Melvin Gordon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They trail 7-0 as this next drive begins with a first down. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And some room to work. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's brought down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And just 3 yards on the... The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. After the interception, here's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On second and a couple, Wilson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They go play action with Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Vegas defense back onto the field. And they're down a couple of scores here early, so the focus... All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. And we'll see what adjustments they made at halftime, trailing here to start the third quarter of play. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
To throw is Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Down inside the 40.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Eric Sommer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very...
The Vegas defense back onto the field. And they're getting into must-stop territory. Down a couple of scores here in the 4th as this next drive gets underway. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patrick. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Nice little juke. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll try the right side this time, here with Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 77 yards on the ground now for Gordon, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Here's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep.
And Nathaniel Hackett apparently disagrees with the ruling on the field, and he's going to challenge this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in balance, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Shifts by at the 15. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while. That's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to
Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Raiders defense on the field now, working with a 3-0 lead here early. And we'll be watching the play of this man. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They're already down here early as this next drive begins with a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Romo signed him with Kansas City last offseason. Juju Smith-Schuster actually left Pittsburgh for KC this year as a free agent. He'll be one of the top targets for KC's offense this year as he chases his 2nd career 1,000-yard season. Always reliable, operating out of the slot. Look for him to catch plenty of balls, as we just saw there.
Mahomes to throw once more. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes complete, the tight end Kelce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire from 8 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, the Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and goal. Mahomes, touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They've got to defend a very short field here. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. And they have not been at their best so far. They're down big here, third quarter, as they try to rebound and get some stops.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On first down, Mahomes. Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But they didn't ease into that drive right after the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach He's going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Now here's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Able to slither by. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 16-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The Vegas defense back onto the field. And after their guys were forced upon a moment ago. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. He'll get this to about the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 38, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So first and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. On second and very short, Mahomes. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to...
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I try.
You inside yet?
I just walked in. This place, bro, it's legit.
You earned it, my man. Congratulations. There's a lot for you to take in.
Yeah, but I can already tell you picked me a winner here, bro.
Hey, it's what I do. Gotta make sure my guy's properly taken care of.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Davis Mills and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders defense rested and ready coming off the open week in their schedule. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And the Raiders have got him. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Mills to the air again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, Mills. Swings this out for Hunt. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A first down throw for Mills. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it to Cooks. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design. But I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man. Because if you're going to...
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. But now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. Cooks on the quick slant. And they'll work this down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mills. This to Jarwin. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, it's Mills. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They got the interception on the last drive, the first of the year for their veteran offseason acquisition, as this next drive gets underway here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mills now. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw is Mills. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. This one to Jarwin over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing. Mills. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about...
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On the counter, Hunt. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mills on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have made it a 1-score. The Vegas defense back onto the field. Here's Mills. Finding Hunt. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mills back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Touchdown, Houston. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are back within a score. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for Las Vegas,
today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Raiders defense ready to go to work here on this Sunday night. And we'll see how this group can perform, and in particular, this man at corner.
And he came up with his first interception of the year last week, which doubled as his first interception with his new squad. And he certainly hopes it's a sign of things to come.
The first down throw for Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Throwing, Winston. That's caught by Zigbo. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Back to the and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills,
Yep.
and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Gets around him. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Jameis to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. To throw is Winston. Buying time to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
The Vegas defense back onto the field. They had the interception last time they were on the field. That was the 2nd of the year for their veteran offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. To throw, Winston. He stiff arms him. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Winston. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Jameis now on 1st down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They'll play with a lead here to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory.
On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
1st down, Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4, Winston.
That one caught by Azigbo as running back.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Winston. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
42 yards.
And the Saints have tied the ball game. The Vegas defense back onto the field.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Winston.
This one taken in by Olave.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Winston now. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They're out there trying to protect this 4th quarter lead. So this a big drive as it begins 1st and 10.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. A 10th carry for Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Winston. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Winston now to throw on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Steps away to his left. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game. The Vegas defense back onto the field. And this game is coming down to the wire, so they know. Here's Winston. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every
Oh, hey, I'm glad I ran into you. I know you got a lot going on today, but I want to talk to you really quick.
Yeah, what's up, Andy?
Look, by just about any individual measure, this season has been an amazing success for you. We brought you in, we asked you to prove it, and you have proven that you can be a star. The fans love you, the entire organization loves what you're doing on the field. It's been great.
Nah, I'm happy to hear it. I'm glad everyone's seen the work I've been putting in.
Seriously, you keep this up, and there's no reason why you can't be a franchise cornerstone for years to come. I hope when you're signing another deal in the offseason, you'll be making this your home long term.
I can't even begin to explain how much that means to me. I mean, from day one when I came in here, I was welcomed and given an opportunity to shine like never before.
And look, you made the most of it. You keep it up, all right?
It's what I do.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Defense set to get going. Winners of 2 straight coming in. And one of the guys tasked with slowing down this passing attack will be this man on the perimeter.
And how important was he last week in really creating opportunities? He had both an interception and a forced fumble. That's going above and beyond what most defensive coordinators expect, but is certainly much appreciated. There's no doubt about that.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 17, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From midfield now, Lawrence forced out to his left. The 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago. So this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession. Lawrence from his end zone to Chenault on the slant. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's first. And 10 at the 16-yard line. Lawrence will throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end.
If anyone ever has any doubt that tight ends are primary targets nowadays, just watch this play. He's back in the pocket, finds his guy, and they get a nice gain out of it.
Yeah, simple little completion out into the flat. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Lawrence going to throw again. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Back to the ground. And it's a fumble. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
On first down, right back to ETN.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vegas defense back onto the field. Back to throw, Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Sideline pass, that's complete to Ingram.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lawrence.
This is caught.
And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah,
today. From Allegiant Stadium.
The Raiders defense out to go to work here. Sensational a week ago. On first down, Ryan. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 54 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
4 yards the pickup, first down. To throw is Ryan. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Ryan. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Rager catches it left side. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Ryan. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And quickly finding Rager. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kiki QT, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in. He can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The Vegas defense back onto the field. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Ryan. And the Raiders have got him. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to
the Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ryan. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Again, Ryan. They're going right back to Pittman. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They'll play with a lead here to begin this third quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Kiki QT. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for...
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Five yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Here's Ryan to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now it's Ryan. They'll drop this down to Taylor. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 29, Ryan. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They're in desperate need of a stop here, or certainly a turnover would be nice. They trail 4th quarter as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. Now Ryan on 1st down. Got an open man. It's QT. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Ryan. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Able to find his man, Woods. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
But they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a...
The Vegas defense back onto the field. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Stiff-armed him. And he's taken down inside the 30. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Ryan to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to be?
All right, you're getting somewhere. A big game or two here could get some people talking. I'll let you later.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Raiders defense ready to go to work here on this Sunday night. And one of the guys who will need to play well is this man in his 5th NFL season in the defensive backfield.
So many times when he's on the field, you hear announcers like us talk about how calculating he is when he goes for the football. And what they mean, he has a high football IQ, and he eliminates all the errors that could happen and makes big plays as a result.
And here's Wilson to throw right away. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Throwing is Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. From the 30 on second down, Wilson. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for Williams a week ago, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Wilson, caught on the slant. Touchdown, Broncos. Alberto, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Third and 2. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Wilson. Touchdown! Melvin Gordon, 30 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. The Vegas defense back onto the field. Now Wilson on first down. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have taken the lead. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Vegas defense back onto the field. They hold the lead here in this 3rd quarter, but every drive important in a 1-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here. They go play action now. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. On 1st down, Wilson. Right back to Judy. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to... So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Now the ball comes loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Now Wilson. That's caught left side by Jeudy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Wilson. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The Raider defense ready to defend this next possession. They'll be summoned one more time here in the final minute of this football game. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were